just like here, we got a story coming out of Portland, Oregon. First of all, they took back their legal drug law. They said it backfired on them, and now Portland, Oregon okays new homeless camping rules that threaten fines or jail in some cases. I'm just read the top headline here. It's from MSN. Homeless people who camp on public property in Portland, Oregon, and reject offers of shelter could be fined up to $100, or sentenced up to 7 days in jail under new rules approved anonymously by the city council on Wednesday. When shelter is not available, the same penalties apply for blocking sidewalks, using gas heaters, or starting fires, or having belongings more than 10 feet, 0.6 meters outside of the tent.
I mean, so yeah, basically this is what we've already kind of been, what we talked about over there in Portland. This is gonna, I mean, really, this could end up being like they take this, say someone takes this to the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think maybe it may end up having to be state by state.
Yeah,
but you would think that a place like Oregon
is horrible. If anyone's been to Portland, let me tell you, I took my son down to Portland, him and his friends. As soon as you cross the bridge from Washington and you get to Oregon, all you see is tents lined up.
Man, I've been down there.
Oregon, Portland is bad.
It's bad. It's
bad.
It's like Seattle. Seattle's pretty bad too. You know, a lot of these places.
I know Seattle's bad, but it ain't Portland bad. I ain't never seen that. And I go to Seattle frequently. I ain't never seen nothing like I did in Portland.
I mean, because they've kind of given them carte blanche to do kind of what they.
It was so bad there. We had to leave. I was gonna take my kids to an arcade, but the arcade, the front of it was covered up by homeless people. Jeez. And so I was like, nah, we had to leave out of Portland to go do stuff. Like the only place we made it to was the Rose Garden because it was too far away from them to go sleep and stuff.
I know they got like a place I normally like to go to. They have like a bunch of food trucks and all that just lined up down the street. And I know they had some, like it was either by there or close to there's a huge homeless encampment. It was like in the middle of Portland. Portland's a city. It's not like a country ass city. It's a city.
No, it's a city. It's nice, a big city.
You know what I mean? Like it's cool, you know? And so I was like, damn, man, like they're letting Portland go to hell.
Portland's it's going to hell, but a lot of places are going to hell. You can't afford to live anywhere. And by the time you get a job, think about it. If you fall as an adult these days, you can't bounce back. You can't make enough to bounce back. You won't even be able to get stable on your feet enough to bounce back. So that's why you keep having so many homeless people. You don't pay people enough. The rent's too damn high. It costs too much to eat.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I'm like, you know, you look at it like they speak negatively of California. They speak negatively of Washington, Seattle, you know, of course. And then, you know, you also got Portland in this. But we have large populations, too, of people. Yeah. It's not like, you know, these cities aren't like, you know, places in the middle of nowhere, you know, to a degree. I won't say like Wyoming, where there's not a lot of people who live in the state.
And nobody want to live in Wyoming.
There's people.
There's people that want to live. I shouldn't talk that way. There's people that like. Well, I don't want to live in Wyoming. I need to live by a big ocean.
They got ranch land. That might be a good place to buy some good property out there. I think it's a little cheaper out in Wyoming. But and so yeah, like laws like this, if these kind of laws spread, I mean, now you can fine people for basically being homeless.
That's what they're doing. I mean, now they have things now where like they have it on the benches where they make them where you can't sleep on them anymore.
It's like for birds almost to a degree. You know how on the
they put the
little poke things on.
Yeah,
top
you have to, man. You know how much bird poop was around everywhere.
Now they're talking about they're doing this to the homeless.
Yeah, the homeless people they're making it so you can't sleep on the benches. They're putting like spikes on the ground so it's harder for you to sleep. It's crazy. It's like you let these rich folks create all these problems and then you don't want to fix them.
You think it was rich people who created the problem of homelessness?
Yeah, American greed. Okay. Of course.
I'm just saying. You know,
I mean, they're making a bunch of weird laws.